My name is Lindy Drew, and I'm into photography. I'm obsessed with taking pictures of people on the street. I got interested in photography when I was in school. I had a professor who said, we'd like you to document family, any family. And so I chose the family of Harley Davidson riders. And so I went out with Harley riders for a good couple months in Tucson, Arizona, and just photographed them with black and white film. And one of the stipulations is enter this competition called Tucson at the Millennium. It's at Tucson, Arizona. So all of us had to enter a photo that we had been doing from our series, and I entered a picture of a little boy who was on the back of a motorcycle, and he was holding on to another man, and his mom was kind of like tickling him here, so it was just like arms straight across, and the little boy like smiling. And it won, and it was in a gallery show and in a book, and that's when I started to notice, I think I really like this. I think I want to go a little bit further. I want to keep photographing. I want to try to see what else interests me with photography, especially with the project that I'm into currently in this city in St. Louis. I feel like when I go out on the street and I tie my hair back in a bun and I have some workout clothes on and I'm on my bike and my camera's strapped across my back, I feel very like empowered. It's a little awkward for other people when I approach them. And so they're very curious to know, what are you doing and why do you want my photo? And especially as a white woman, as a 37-year-old woman, as a woman who's not from St. Louis, I get a lot of looks when I approach people, depending on the area that I'm at. The look is like, why are you here? What are you doing in my neighborhood? Or you don't belong here. But if the other person is open to having an interaction and being a little bit vulnerable, then it's amazing how quickly that initial feeling kind of like subsides. Who am I as a woman? I know Lindy as a 37-year-old. I know Lindy as a student. I know Lindy as a sister, as a daughter, as a photographer. But I was kind of wondering, like, who is Lindy as a woman? And it was really hard to define. I know that I identify as a woman. I know that I do feel sensual as a woman sometimes, whether it's the things that I like to do or the way that I like to smell. I thought that also the question was really important because when others see me, they see me as a woman. And I know that by the way that I'm treated by different people, depending on who I meet, friends or strangers, a lot of that first interaction has to do with them looking at me and saying, well, she's a woman, she's female. I've never been asked, and I've never had to define it. And if I have had to define it, I didn't notice it. I also think about womanhood and how I grew up. So I'm my mom's daughter, and she had one daughter, one son. And my mom's a little bit of a tomboy too. She's an artist, she's a painter. Her hands were always like rough from turpentine, and they always smelled like some art project that she was working on. And so I wasn't even raised by my mom to take bubble baths or wear certain, lotions and potions. And I wonder if I did have more feminine things worked into my routine growing up, if I would have turned out more feminine. And despite all of that, I feel like 100% like a woman.